Malcolm Fraser was born in May 1930 and died in March 2015, serving as the 22nd Australian Prime Minister from 1975 to 1983 as leader of the Liberal Party. He was raised on his father's sheep stations or farm, and after studying at Magdalen College, Oxford, returned to Australia to take over the family property in the Western District of Victoria. In 1955, aged 25, he was elected to the Australian House of Representatives, making him one of the youngest Australians ever elected to Parliament. In 1975, he became first interim Prime Minister, and then his victory was confirmed by a landslide victory in the 1975 federal parliamentary elections. He was re-elected in 1977 and 1980. He was very interested in foreign affairs and more active in the international sphere than many of his predecessors. He strongly supported multiculturalism, and during his term in office, Australia admitted significant numbers of non-white immigrants, including Vietnamese boat people, for the first time. His government also established the Special Broadcasting Service, or SBS. He and the Liberal National or Liberal Country Coalition did lose power, however, at the 1983 federal parliamentary elections, and he retired from politics a short time later. In retirement, he held advisory positions with the UN and Commonwealth of Nations and was president of the aid agency CARE from 1990 to 1995. He resigned his membership of the Liberal Party in 2009, having criticized its policy direction for a number of years. Evaluations of his prime ministership have been mixed. Generally, he's credited with restoring stability to the country after a series of short-term leaders, but some have seen his government as a lost opportunity for economic reform. Anyway, only 3 Australian prime ministers have served longer than he: Robert Menzies, Bob Hawke, and John Howard. He died after a brief illness in March 2015, aged 84. In December 1956, he married Tamara or Tammy Beggs. They had 4 children. Tammy frequently assisted her husband in campaigning. Fraser attended Anglican schools, although his parents were Presbyterian. In university, he was inclined towards atheism, but later his beliefs tended towards agnosticism. During his political career, he occasionally self-described as a Christian. But according to the co-author of his memoirs, Margaret Simons, he was not religious and yet thought religion was a necessary thing. In 2010, he gave an interview to Ms. Simons saying, "I would probably like to be less logical and, really able to believe there is a God, whether it is Allah or the Christian God or some other, but I think I studied too much philosophy. You can never know."